You ever have that feeling? You know the one. You are so close to a breakthrough. I mean, right on the edge of finishing that huge project or just absolutely nailing a presentation. And then, poof, for no good reason, it all just kind of falls apart. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, well, you're definitely in the right place. Let's get into why that happens. It is such a frustrating feeling, isn't it? That little nagging thought in the back of your head that the biggest thing standing in your way isn't your job, it's not the competition, it's you. I mean, think about it. That deadline you knew was coming for weeks. You had all the time in the world, but somehow you forgot. Or you just put it off and put it off until suddenly it was way too late. And what about that project you were so fired up about? The one that was going to be a total game changer for you? Yeah? Chances are it's still just sitting there, maybe 80% done, collecting digital dust on your computer. Or maybe this is the one, that absolutely perfect opportunity that just lands right in your lap. A new job, a cool venture, some kind of exciting challenge. But instead of grabbing it with both hands, you hesitated, you made excuses, and you just let it slip right through your fingers. Look, if any of this is ringing a bell, you are not alone. This isn't just a string of bad luck or you being lazy. This whole destructive, confusing, and super frustrating pattern, it actually has a name. It's called self-sabotage. And the key word here, the one that's really fascinating, is covert. Because a lot of the time, we don't even have a clue we're doing it. We're actively undermining our own success in ways that are hidden, even from ourselves. And this quote right here, it really drives home just how serious this can be. We're not just talking about being a little disorganized. When these habits consistently work against you, it can be seen as a form of psychological self-harm. You're basically fighting against your own well-being. So, okay, how does this inner saboteur actually operate? Well, it turns out it has a pretty predictable playbook. And once you know the plays, you can start to spot the tactics in your own life. Here's the classic 4-step plan. First, you procrastinate on the really important stuff. Second, you use that convenient forgetfulness as an excuse. Third, you get that rush from starting something new, but you bail before you ever have to risk finishing it. And fourth, this one is the most baffling. You just stop. You grind to a halt for no good reason, right when things are starting to go well. But oh, the playbook doesn't stop there. Other signs? Things like always being late, which tells everyone you're not reliable. Or not preparing for that big meeting, which pretty much guarantees it won't go well. It's that feeling of being frozen when a great opportunity comes up. Or, having these huge, amazing dreams, but never, ever taking that first tiny step. All right, so that's the what. We see the behaviors. But the big question is, why? Why would anyone, consciously or unconsciously, want to torpedo their own success? Well, to figure that out, we've got to listen to that voice inside. So what's the engine driving all this self-defeating behavior? More often than not, it boils down to one simple thing: negative self-talk. That constant, critical commentary running on a loop in the back of your mind. It usually starts with something simple, something dismissive. You see a challenge, and before you even think it through, that voice just chimes in. Nope, you can't do that. It just shuts down any possibility right from the get-go. And then it gets a little more personal. Maybe you get a promotion or someone gives you a nice compliment and the voice just whispers, you don't deserve that. That feeling of being unworthy makes it almost impossible to actually enjoy your own success. And here it is, the knockout punch. This is the thought that paralyzes us with the fear of failure. I mean, why even bother trying if you're convinced you're just going to fail, right? It's like a preemptive strike against your own ambition. It's designed to keep you safe, small, and right where you are. And this is what creates a really vicious cycle. The negative voice tells you you are not good enough, so you sabotage yourself. And when you fail, that failure feels like proof. Like, see, the voice was right all along. It's a total self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, I know this can all sound pretty bleak, but here is the really good news. You can absolutely win this inner game. And the first, most powerful move you have is just becoming aware that the game is even being played. And I need to be really clear about this. If you've been watching this and seeing yourself in these descriptions, that is not a reason to feel bad. Recognizing these patterns in yourself is not a failure. Actually, it's the exact opposite. It's a victory. It's the moment you finally gain some power. The second you can see the saboteur's tactics for what they are, That's the moment they start to lose their control over you.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. This inner saboteur, it works best in the dark, when you don't even know it's there. But now you do. You've seen the playbook, you've heard the voice. So the only question that really matters now is, what are you going to do differently?